Are they fire this season? The only ones I've been watching, the only anime I've been watching is why the hell is Arcane up here? What the fuck? Only anime I've been watching is Vigilantes. That's it. My Hero Vigilantes. That's it. I haven't watched one of Gigax video in ages. Last video I watched was I don't know the last video I watched. I don't know, but fuck it, let's watch it.
This spring is either going to go down in history as one of the most exciting seasons of anime in a long time, or will be forgotten in the annals of time as the season of lost potential. Normally when you look at the anime coming out, you see stuff like high profile, critically acclaimed Shonen Jump.
Oh, is Kaiju 8 good? I didn't watch it. That's what I was supposed to watch. I didn't watch Kaiju 8 yet. I was supposed to watch that, but I
probably gonna slap sequel to another highly beloved anime.
Is this anime good?
Be popular yet. This
Soul Leveling, obviously, that shit. That's just fire, bro.
New anime originals
Soul Leveling is
fresh
fire.
and also decorated creators of the past, franchise reboots, spin-offs, new unproven IPs that could be.
Oh, is that one good?
It's
supposed to be Mushoku Tensei, but without having a weird
franchise
ass
reboots,
MC is whatever.
Spin-offs, new
this one, whatever this is supposed to be.
Unproven IPs.
Fino been glazing the hell out of this, but I think he said the animation is trash though. The animators
could
are
be
fumbling
a classic
it.
or die
Just
on a
read it.
weekend.
Oh, it's
so
that type of shit.
Today because we've got a lot to get through. Hit that
animation
intro.
team fumbling. Is that Bridget? Oh, I guess that does count as anime. I need to watch Dual Rulers. I'm only gonna watch it just to see Unica. That's it. I want to see how cool Unica is.
Spring 2025, and you know what that means? That's right. It's been one entire year since spring 2024. Oh, you already knew that? Well, how about this then? It's also been almost.
Oh, is this good too? Like, I heard this is really good. Like, a couple of my friends, yeah, To Be Hero X.
It's the launch of today's
some
sponsor,
of my friends are watching this.
Award-winning sci-fi open-world action RPG, Wuthering Waves. That's right.
Wait, not
that
this
big
shit.
one-year
No, the other one.
Wuthering Waves, and to
the one that looks like
they
it.
are launching the first
Where the fuck is it
anniversary
at?
celebration and the version 2.0.
No, not this one. The fucking To Be Hero X. Yeah, that.
Spring anime.
クジライさん、肩。
ごめんごめん。
もっといろいろ気にして
What
く
the
ださいよ。
hell? What is this? Oh, okay.
工藤君って年上に可愛がられるタイプよね。
Huh?
私が言ったの
Dad?
覚えてる？
I think I'm pregnant. In a move of pure
Wait, what?
disrespect, we have Kowloon generic romance, having the goal to put generic in its title,
Art
giving a bad
style's sick.
name to the shit we see every season that actually deserve that title. A romance series set in Hong Kong's infamous Kowloon walled city, capturing the era of 80s and 90s golden age so perfectly.
I like the art
One
style.
angel from Evangelion just floating above them, watching their every move, don't worry about it. Every single goddamn frame of this show oozes atmosphere, transporting you back to a time you yearn to relive again, even
It's
if
like
you
the
never
old
even lived
animes.
it in the first place. This series is vibes.
Like,
Watching this gives you the same feeling of listening to some random city pop playlist that YouTube recommended to you at 2 AM and getting nostalgic for an era you weren't even around for. We finally have a romance, not in high school, not with some immature kids.
That
There's
is
a sci-fi mystery aspect
wow.
that leads me to believe there's more
Yeah, it's
going on
retro
behind
style.
the scenes. And you know what? This isn't even the only anime this season with
Just like Yu Yu
immaculate
Hakusho,
vibes.
basically, kind of.
Cause what could be more immaculate than the end of humanity itself? Damn, that got dark. Yes, it's another
Yeah, that
anime
did get
original
dark.
coming from my game.
That did get dark.
I think I've learned to have a soft spot for cheerful, comfy stories set in a desolate post-apocalyptic world.
This is near
at this
music.
point, maybe the idea of the world coming to an end is more comfy than it seems.
What
but
the
also,
fuck?
there's just something about combining upbeat stories with this air of melancholy that I can't help but
Apocalypse
gravitate
Hotel.
towards every time, like a moth flying towards my next existential flame. If, like me, you've been looking for a show that reignites those feelings you got from watching Girls' Last Tour, give this one a go.
This is the Nintendo
What is
Store
this one?
announcement. We regret to inform you that there is only one Nintendo Switch 2 left, and it will be selling on a first-come, first-served basis. Thank you for your understanding.
Yeah, Windbreaker.
We got just a handful of sequels this season, like more Windbreaker.
One Switch
boy
left?
shows about boys being
Yeah, I heard
boys
it's better
doing
Tokyo
boy
Revengers.
things,
That's
like
exactly
fighting,
what I was told.
punching each other, forming manly brotherhoods with
Bro.
each other. Why are all the girls watching?
I tried to read Tokyo Revengers. I am so happy I dropped it. I have to say, I am so happy I dropped it. Whew. Thank goodness I dropped it.
Shoshimin is continuing.
Thank goodness I dropped it while I did.
Hopefully this season can capitalize
Go lose it. Isn't this just evil Power Rangers?
7 episodes of exams we don't care about.
I didn't watch that yet either.
Is entering its final season. I never finished the first one.
I was gonna wait for it to finish.
Every so often I'll come across a clip that makes me want to pick it back up. But
wait for Fire Force to finish while I watch
seasons don't take me out of some of the insane action scenes it's capable of by shoving a boatload of Tamaki's ass in my face.
Why do they do this? Like holy shit, this is not a good spot to pause that. Why do they do this? This fan service on it's like fairy tale. It's actually so annoying.
Slightly immersed. And that's a big if. Oh my god, is that Sea Dog VA? Oh my god, is that Sea Dog VA? Oh my god, is that Sea Dog VA? This one just came out of nowhere. We got another remake of a classic manga from the creator of Detective Conan this time, which I'd never heard of before. But god damn if this didn't turn out to be some of the best animation on offer this season.
Samurai Legends.
Continue to prove they are just a master chef with everything they touch, because this is on a whole nother level for remakes of old school anime. Even with some of the great ones we've had recently. My Hero Academia
animation going crazy.
With a darker, grittier spin-off series that has so far impressed me as much as the mainline show. It's interesting.
Yeah, Vigilantes, I'm enjoying it. I've been watching. It's pretty sick.
Following characters who don't have flashy city leveling powers.
Their powers are ass. Their powers are ass. But I mean, it scales. Of course, it's gonna scale. But the powers are ass.
To take down these supervillains. You got your friendly neighborhood Sliderman.
This motherfucker, his power is that all he can do is fucking slide or glide. Yeah, he's for sure gonna become OP. I mean, it's not like ReZero. Like it's gonna scale up like crazy. But his power is that he has to be on three of his limbs have to be touching the floor, and all he can do is slide.
Neighborhood Sliderman.
That shit is hilarious, bro.
Idol wannabe whose quirk is to bounce.
Bounce, yeah. All she can do is bounce.
Crazy stuff. And the most powerful hero of all.
And this dude has no quirk. He's just fucking Batman, literally. Oh shit, the audio's going. He's just literally just Batman. He just goes around punching people.
There's the guy who's
and for some reason he can swing like he's like the Punisher or Batman. Like he literally just goes around punching people.
Super villains without having
yeah, and he swings off like some rope that just what is it attached to? The clouds.
His only quirk is the 2 massive balls he wakes up with every morning to take on.
Yeah, look at me swinging off nothing, by the way.
These super villains without having any powers. It's only man's. So, did you hear about what's going on?
This shit is so goofy, but like it's entertaining. Like I don't know.
So yeah, well, America's putting up tariffs.
It's trash, but like it's
Canada and Mexico.
Bro, scaling up their powers will remind her for me. I mean, they do this. They just feel like every My Hero character, unless they plan on killing the character. Oh, this is like a side lame character. Like, of course, Deku's gonna eventually get like multiple quirks and just like scale up like crazy. Like, I'm not surprised.
I was wrong. It's every country. It's only 10%.
Unless it's like ReZero, where like the character just that's the whole gimmick. He's not supposed to be strong. It's mainly just luck or cheese. Or actually, I like the way ReZero does it because this is kind of clever. He has to just figure out strategies.
Oh.
And his scaling is so fucking slow. Yeah, Subaru scaling is insanely slow.
But they're gonna wait 90.
Like if you look at him episode 1 compared to now, it's not really that much different.
Days.
Then like
except China's getting a special tariff.
That's it.
It's 104%. Wait, no, that was a lie.
What am I looking at?
It's 245%.
That is gross.
It's always nice to see a light-hearted comedy be one of the most hyped up series this season. Coming from the author of Sket Dance, we have Witch Watch. But with which watch do we watch Witch Watch with? I don't know where I'm going with this. Girl comes back from witch school and has to choose her familiar, a being that will permanently become her manslave, protecting her, serving her, listening to her every whim. If this was an isekai, we'd call this slavery in cursive, and she's chosen her childhood friend. But unfortunately for him, this is the person he's serving.
What?
Yep, she's one of those. This is the type of girl who'd stare at a bottle of orange juice because it said concentrate. But it's the chemistry between the two leads that makes these opening episodes work so well. For the 5 of you that still remember Aho Girl, this is that with more magic and less domestic violence. Lazarus. If there was one show I was excited for before the season started, this one was my pick.
Oh, I heard it's like
a feature where all of humanity has got addicted to some miracle drug because it's easily accessible and affordable with no apparent drawbacks except for one. That's revealed by the drug's creator, Dr. Skinner, that anyone who's taken the drug will die approximately 3 years after they first take it.
Damn!
The world falls into chaos, panic ensues, and the Dow Jones drops to the lowest it's ever been in years.
Wait, why were they taking it? Wait, go back.
Creator, and affordable with no apparent drawbacks except for addicted to some miracle drug because it's easily accessible and affordable with no apparent drawbacks except for one. That's revealed by the...
It's an all-curing drug? Oh.
Drug's creator, Dr. Skinner, that anyone who's taken the drug will...
I'm sorry, I should be laughing.
Die approximately 3 years after they first take it. The world falls into chaos, panic ensues, and the Dow Jones drops to the lowest it's ever been in years. Oh, you wacky sci-fi story. And so a ragtag team is formed to catch him in what looks to be an old-school action sci-fi. You got Shinichiro Watanabe, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, one of the most goated directors this medium has seen, and paired with Chad Stahelski. John Wick's Chad Stahelski for the action choreography, with Studio Nappa bringing their best, and this should be a recipe for
gotta finish Link Click.
Visually, it's absolutely top dollar. The music is bebop-esque with a modern twist. The world looks so vibrant and alive with an early 2000s vibe we haven't seen for so long. On paper and with the names behind it, this is a show I really, really want to like. But...
This shit reminds me of, bro, has anyone seen The Millionaire Detective? That shit is so funny. That shit was hilarious.
Something just feels off.
No, The Millionaire Detective was so fucking gas.
What are we? Some kind of...
This shit was so funny, bro.
We're like the Avengers or something.
Oh shit, guys, I was bloody joking. The writing is trying so hard to be cool. Really hard. Maybe a bit too hard, because it sometimes reaches awkward sounding dialogue or even Marvel level quips. It never quite reaches the natural charm and chemistry when you watch something like Cowboy Bebop. I mean, just take the main character. He's like Spike. He can do everything that Spike does, except with more backflipping. He can fight like Spike with more backflipping. He can run like Spike with more backflipping. Motherfucker graduated from the Leon Kennedy School of Necessary Backflipping.
Oh my god, I remember this scene.
He just flew away. Like a bird that was let out of its cage.
Did the bird do a flip on the way out? I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt now because it's still doing so many other things right. It's early days, so we'll know soon if it'll fall flat on its face or will it fly away like a bird, backflipping out of its cage. On this episode of What in the Actual Goon, an anime where a girl can loop back in time every time she takes off her underwear.
No fucking way. No, there's no fucking way. There is no fucking way, bro. There's no fucking way, bro. There's no... That's not reason. It's a bit. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no fucking way that's real. There is no fucking way that's real. There's no way. No. What did I just join to, bruh? It's not what it looks like, and there's no fucking way. There's no fucking... I'm sorry, but there's no fucking way.
Like a bird, backflipping out of its cage. On this episode of What in the Actual Goon, an anime where a girl can loop back in time every time she takes off her underwear. Now, I'm no stranger to anime logic. I can get behind degeneracy. I can get behind wacky concepts. But you're telling me a silent classroom full of people is not going to notice a guy standing up in eye shot of everyone and walking over to the most popular girl in class only to get on his knees and play around with her underwear while she violently moans. Motherfucker, I couldn't get a coffee in class without getting a snarky comment from the teacher. Meanwhile, bro is up there putting his foot halfway up the stairway to heaven, and not a single person is pointing this out. Gigok, it's just a dumb ecchi show. Why are you overthinking this? No, this is still a story based on rules we have to abide by. I can't suspend my disbelief to this. My dick would never forgive me again.
But I can't get No Game No Life Season 2? But, like... What the fuck?
We may be degenerates. We may watch shows that appeal to the lowest common denominator, but that doesn't mean we can't goon.
I can't get a Berserk anime?
I'm sure actually have the uncensored version on their site. Okay, hold on a second.
My.
Here's your bill. $4.16, pervert.
$4.16, pervert! What do you call it, pervert?
It's written on the bill!
You know what? Forget degenerates, isekai, or fantasy fans. You know who's
just give it a
real
try.
good
I'll
this
pass.
Season? Slice of life fans. We got Eurocamp except they become fat fucks because this food looks delicious. There's Eurocamp funded by the Yamanashi Prefecture coming from the author of... Oh, there's some anime girl who finds an expensive hobby traveling around Japan in what I can assume is the most elaborate tax write-off for the marketer making it. Wait a minute, this is just abroad in Japan, adorable blue-haired anime girl edition. A ninja and an assassin under one roof. For a deadpan ayaya comedy, this somehow has way better animation than most traditional action shows this season. You know, this thing, we just have so much to pick from, and yet even out of all these, there is one anime that I think has more potential above all others. And it isn't even technically an anime. To Be Hero X is the latest high-profile series coming from China. And holy hell did they come here to play. It's been a while since I've been so genuinely awestruck at the production values of an animated series. Okay,
the animation looks like
since Arcane recently
game cinematics
before it, but I did not think it would be so soon till I saw something that could even compete. And To Be Hero X is getting pretty damn close. We got China's version of Tiger and Bunny with a world of hyper-commercialized superheroes. Yes, as you can tell, this looks very similar to Arcane to the point where I had to double check it wasn't by the same studio. But they are just completely flexing by switching up styles on a whim, with multiple animation studios working on this, giving potential for some of the coolest animated sequences I've seen in a very long time. 3D, 2D,
style with like the bold outlines.
That hasn't been attempted since ever. This could be as much of a stylistic choice as it is a narrative one, and if the trailers are of any indication, there's even more switch-ups to come. This is not an anthology of stories, this feels like an anthology of animation and a celebration of everything kick-ass. No, this isn't technically an anime, but as an anime fan, nothing is getting me more pumped this season than To Be Hero X.
Counts as anime. Yo, I don't know, thanks for the 21.
Hey yo, watching the crack? Okay guys, remember last time when I freaked out trying to convince you guys that idol anime and band anime are totally different things? Well, I think I finally realized the massive difference that makes these two genres totally unique. You see...
God damn. God damn.
I like this music. It feels like we've entered a new era of band anime since there seems to be at least one great one coming out every season, and this one looks to be joining the best of them. Music aside, what could be more fun than a bunch of uppity pret school or jaw summers politely speaking to each other in uppercase before shredding it on the guitar and getting really
I still can't believe that fucking anime is real. What do you mean she rewinds time by taking her fucking pants off?
And I don't know how they can make it
like what?
Oh! There's a bird! And she's flying out of the cage! Oh my god, when's she gonna do a backflip? I don't know what bloody horse Ima Musume fans sacrificed to the gacha gods, but this franchise has now somehow become one of the must-watch sports anime. For those unaware, you're thinking of watching a cash grab of some gacha game adaptation, and then they will drop a scene like this.
Nothing is topping Kuroko no Basketball. What the fuck? What
Cygames is one of the few companies that have used their exorbitant gacha earnings for good, with their studio pumping out the highest quality adaptations for all their IPs while also funding exciting anime originals.
There's no Grand Blue Season 3 yet.
Congratulations, Uma Musume players. You are no longer filthy gacha gamers like the rest of us. Be proud.
But like, it's weird because
investors.
Grand has a different party than Vegeta, so like it's weird. Oh no.
Hold on a second.
RTX off, on.
What the hell? The beginning after the end. Now, this is a webtoon anime with a story that I've been told rivals Mushoku Tensei's, and well, the only thing coming close to an end is my hope that this is going to get a good adaptation. You know, I got a feel for the beginning.
I hope the MC isn't a fucking weirdo.
If this is the final product they waited for, I can only imagine the first draft of the screenplay went something along the lines of...
Oh god, that animation looks terrible.
In the beginning,
the anime is dog ass.
In the beginning.
What the fuck?
Yeah. In the beginning.
Well, now that Gur is graduating, there's got to be some way to get weebs into baseball, and what better way than a cute, smug anime girl who will tease you at every baseball game. I'm suddenly uninterested. I know baseball is Japan's pastime and all, but I'm more of a football guy myself. Yeah, this one wasn't great. And then we get to Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, another fantasy anime, except the main character is an older guy now.
That's literally just...
At least anime is self-aware enough now to know that the audience that grew up watching Sword Art Online 12 years ago are now no longer teenagers. But do they think we're so cheap, so unchanged from our younger selves that we'd fall for the same power fantasy show, except this time they just aged up the protagonist to be this... really chill and mature
That's
guy
Paul.
who's actually super modest and trying to get by in life, unaware how powerful he is, but still never overestimating himself, preaching respect and self-improvement, humbling cocky teenagers who end up admiring him and listening to him, not because he has aura, but because he has wisdom and life experience. And fuck, I really like this one. But hey, we're not that old yet, guys. We're still hip with the kids. Hey, look, guys, chicken jockey. Keeping on theme with the amount of nostalgic shows, we got an anime that looks like it jumped right out of late 2000s visual novel adaptation. Yes, if you couldn't tell, this is Key. Yes, if you couldn't tell, this is Jun Maeda.
Yikes.
Yes, if you couldn't tell, it's probably gonna tear your heart to shreds, but the real question is, how is it going to stack up against— Birds! They got birds! But wait, where's the cage they're escaping from? Not even a single backflip?
What the
I changed
fuck?
my mind, guys. This is probably gonna be ass. Next up, Gundam GQX.
Turn A Gundam.
G-Cux?
A Gundam anime?
G-Cux?
I haven't seen a Gundam anime since Darling in the Franxx. Oh lordy.
Let's go with that. Now, this is the highest profile new Gundam series to be released in a while, and while I've seen my fair share of Gundams, my editor, who is an OG Gundam fan,
Don't
and
go
far
back.
better equipped to talk about this than me, has given me his statement.
back.
He would like
Go back
me to
to
read
what?
on whether you should be watching
Missed
this
it.
or
Missed
not,
what?
from a true Gundam fan. Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quax is a collaborative production from Sunrise and Studio Kara. The project marks the first credited work Hideaki Anno has contributed to the franchise since Char's counterattack in 1980.
Oh my god! It's got girls! Cute girls!
Set in an alternative Universal Century timeline, G-Quax presents a scenario in which Char Aznavour joins the Xeon Raid on Side 7 in 0079. A setting like this runs the risk of alienating new fans in the same way
You gonna make anime fans fall asleep.
for the UC purists that don't like the change.
If you don't put anime girls on the screen every 2 seconds.
Look at that, that's so cute. Oh god, they're adorable. I actually feel as though in diverging so heavily from the original story, it may make it easier for new fans to pick up without prior context. And as for myself, I'm thoroughly enjoying G-Quax, but I do find myself having many issues with most of the mechanical designs as they— And now they're sleeping with each other. This is peak anime right here. We've done it, guys. We've exhausted all other isekai ideas that there's only one place left it can possibly go.
That shit is so stupid.
Remember when I said the amount of isekai that start by death in Overworld was getting a little depressing? Well, how about this?
Black. Real black. Yo, black, let me pitch you an anime. Let me cook.
On this episode of What in the Actual Goon, an anime where a girl can loop back in time every time she takes off her underwear. Now,
Thoughts. You're right there. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. You and Fido are gooners. You and Fido are fucking gooners, bro.
remember when I said the amount of isekai that start by death from Overworld was getting a little depressing?
Man, I fucking knew it, bro.
We got another overworked salaryman. Okay, nothing new to see here, but this time he has a family and he finds out his wife is cheating on him. But wait, that's not all. Turns out his daughter is not actually his real daughter. And if the day wasn't bad enough already, he gets framed for embezzling money from his company. His wife tells him he's pathetic. His daughter tells him she doesn't love him. Gets fired, divorced, loses custody, is forced to pay child support and the 50 million yen he got framed for embezzling. And then, after all this, he gets cancer.
What? Yo, who's the writer for this?
Oh man, we didn't know how good we had it when Truckun was about. What's the name of this anime?
Who is this writer?
A boy-girl friendship survive.
Spider-Man, right?
No.
This
Writers don't like that dude,
On her
goddamn.
17th birthday, an apprentice witch gets told she is cursed and has a year left to live. That is, unless she is able to collect 1,000 tears of joy from people
that
who
writer
not
does
only
not
save her
like
life,
him.
but also grant her immortality. And so she goes on a personal journey to help strangers and bring some genuine happiness to people's lives. Damn, isn't
Yo,
this
Black, you playing
nice?
P5X?
Isn't this a feel-good series? No. small brain.
Why not?
Amateur shit. Let's break this down. You need to average at least 2.7 tears per day, or
Haven't
you
after
are
you got
going
cancer?
to die.
Watch
That
the
is
anime and find
multiple
out.
tears per day. Going around solving random people's problems is probably the dumbest fucking thing you can do in this situation. Think, girl, think. You can mainly focus on
About
just
to download
one
P5.
person
It's not
at a
out
time.
yet. Oh, you
Each
getting the
problem
other
can take
version? I'm
maybe
not doing
days
that.
or even
I'll wait
more
for
to
the English.
solve, and at the end of it all, you don't even have a guaranteed success rate if the fucker doesn't want to cry. So, here's how a pro does it. Step 1. Get an apartment right next to a hospital. Extra points for a hospital that specializes in life-saving surgeries or delivering newborns. This will give you a way to passively farm that shit when you got nothing going on. Step 2. Becoming a wedding officiant. Weddings are just prime farming spots for people crying out.
Where is he going with
joy.
this?
Being an officiant means you only have to
P5X
commit
finally
an
come out
hour while
for
possibly
English?
hitting
Yes,
up
it just got
multiple
confirmed
weddings a
today.
day. Even if it's not
On
the
their
most
Twitter.
emotional wedding, you should have at least an 80% success rate on the bride, groom, and their parents. But if that still sounds like too much work, don't worry.
Was
we have
that-
the nuclear option.
Never
Are you
mind.
ready? Attend one single Taylor Swift concert and you will reach your cap in a single song with tears to spare, I swear to God. You will be thanking white women for the rest of the immortal life you will now live. But no, ooh, make this grandma cry. So happy. And finally, coming from the king of trashy romance anime is the Shunji family children. From the same
Wasn't
mind
this from
that gave us
fucking
Rent-A-Girlfriend.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my fucking god, bruh. I fucking knew it, dog. They're all fucking siblings and they're into each other, bro. Fuck
This
me,
is an anime
bro.
that's a harem romance series about a dude and his 4 stepsisters, one
Oh my god, bro.
blood sister and a younger brother. And I'm sure
And then it probably turns out they're not actually related, blah, blah, blah,
During
blah.
the
blah.
summary,
Shit
you may
is ass,
laugh,
bro.
you may snicker to yourself, but I am here in awe, witnessing a man of true talent. Because a project like this is one of pure dedication and determination from a person with something to prove. We can all
Shit is
learn
ass.
something from Shuichi's family.
Shit is ass.
It is infinitely harder to create than
Shit
to
is
judge.
ass,
But if you're gonna
bro.
do something, if you're gonna do anything, what's the point of doing it?
This
if
shit
you're not
is
going
ass,
to try
dog.
to be
You
the
get
best.
this out my face, bro.
Even if you're the best at being
Stellar
the
Blade
worst,
just got
if
from
one man's
PC.
trash is another man's treasure, then this man can turn a trash can into a fully operational waste disposal center. Because even if you think you've reached your full potential,
That shit is
be
not
that
heat,
person
bruh.
who can dig
Take
deep
that shit
and know
off.
they have more to
Turn
give.
that shit
who can
off,
look
bruh.
at his work on Rent-A-Girlfriend and say, no, we must go
Oh
more.
my
Who
God,
can
not this
look at the
fucking
amount
panel.
of sisters in Domestic Girlfriend and say, nay,
Don't watch
we
that anime.
must go higher.
Do not
One
watch Domestic
sister,
Girlfriend, by the
2
way.
sisters. How about 5 and a younger brother? Because we are not in the end game yet. There is
No,
always
do not
a
watch it. It's
higher-
an anime about a dude that's into his teacher, but his teacher turns out to be the sister of his ex. Yes, it was that. And then they both fall in love with it. Don't watch it.
a summit to climb. So,
What the fuck, bro? Yo, someone that just joined is probably so confused right now. Oh my god. Forget
just
it.
remember, family always comes first. Just as long as you don't come in family.
Bro, don't.
Girlfriend is peak and ill stand by that to my grave.
You lost your damn mind. And then I think in the manga, one of them ends up being in a coma. And then forget it. Forget
Hey guys,
it. Forget
hope
it. Just
you-
forget it. Just forget it. Just forget it. Just forget it. Forget it. Next. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Just forget it. You shot the guy? Oh man.